the chants that we chant.
Okay, the first Miss Heritage Personality. I love to talk about Shaw Park. We enjoyed doing things there. The first two Miss Heritage Personality shows were a part of the opening show. They were within the opening show. And I've been observing, and you know, you're talking to your friends who are around. Having seen how well it was going, we said, give this show its own time. But I'm going back to the first two shows. I want to say, and categorically, the very first Heritage Personality was a lady, Heather Grant, from Lakoto. She portrayed an Amerindian queen. And what I remember, she looked so, well, to me, she looked real. And I remember her footwear was footwear made out of cocoa bush and knitted things and things tied up. She was the first one. So it was Verlin Bob who brought the very first Miss Heritage Personality, and she brought the second, Beverly Price. So that belonged to Lakoto. And having, as I said before, recognizing that the Queen show had so much of support and things like that, we said, let's say the Queen show, let's do it by itself. Because we can make some money if we do it by itself. And it surely did.
My footprints in the sands of time will definitely be all the queens that pass. And, you know, Pembroke really left some sands, big sands for us to follow. And within my time when I went up, Pembroke had won in 1994 before with Donna Reed, and then right after it had Crystal Sargent won, who gave the crown to me, and I gave the crown to Auntie Diane, and then Auntie Diane gave the crown to Miss Hyacinth, and then it went back to Pembroke again. So you know, our footprints when coming to the Heritage Festival, Miss Heritage Festival, is, to me, is the queens that pass on and really pass that legacy down to Pembroke, that we can stand proud today to see we were the only village to win Miss Heritage Personality 3 years, 4 titles, back to back.
My footprint in the sands of time is passing on my talent to, if you want to say, hundreds of young people from then to now. I believe that my footprint is stamped in the sand where that is concerned, and for all that I've contributed to culture on a wide scope, whether it be performing, whether it be teaching, whether it be, you name it. I believe I've contributed in some form or fashion, and my footprint is there, and I'm grateful for it.
I will never forget Rena Allen's talent, because that piece would have been done by me. Why I wouldn't forget it is because Rena is a well-spoken young lady. And when Gerald Alder contacted me and said, Haya, I want you to do Rena talent because I want you to win. And when I met with her, I said, you could speak dialect? She said, I go try. And when I wrote the piece and I went to rehearsals with her, everything was in standard English. So her mother had to help myself, Gerald Alder, Dominique, all the drummers had to help her pronounce, you know, the dialect aspect of the words. And on the night of that show, Pembroke bought the A game, which was Shannaria's Queen. And Shannaria Queen ripped up Roxborough. And Pembroke people was like, let me see who got beat that. And then when Rena entered and did her piece, that was the end of the story.
Now, let me talk about the past. Everybody in Tobago descended on Shaw Park for the Miss Heritage Personality show, or Queen show as some people call it. because it was a village thing, when villages put up their queens, the whole village came. The whole village came to support them, and it was really something to behold. Shaw Park full of people, full of supporters, coming there to support this young girl. Well, let me not say young girl, I don't know if you know that at first the age set for heritage was 1 to 99. So we didn't have this, you have to be 23 or to be less than this, and you have to have who paper and who qualification and come in. I see them now going in tights and high heels, so much 3/4 pumps and all. That's what I'm seeing now. But that wasn't a part of long ago.
So the aspect of the show that was changed and really stood out is the aspect of the girls from when you win the show. In the former years, you were given a scepter, but from 2008, it changed to a crown, and that is where, along with Mr. Dale Mohammed and Gillian Franklin, that was the team at the time. We went for the beautiful crown that the girls is afforded now, and then you have a keepsake crown. So, that was one aspect of the change that has really changed. And I must say, it was a very good aspect of the show. And I do hope that the educational aspect of the show remains, because it is important that you know your history. You're not just going up for a show to win some money, and that is it. The girls should really be able to relate to something from their community or the group that they represent.
Let me start with the chaperones. Now, for those of the people who do not know what a chaperone is, a chaperone basically is a representative from the group or someone that the contestant is comfortable with. This person basically controls their life for the duration of the pageant exercise. So they control every meeting that you might have, every appearance, getting your hair together, your makeup together, your outfits together, making sure your talent is well rehearsed, and all the things that you need to get done as a support system. Your chaperone does that. And for me, there have been a lot of outstanding chaperones that I've worked with, but at the moment, two stand out very poignant in my mind, two that I really love to work with. The first is the indomitable Miss Hyacinth Leander, and the second would be Makeda George. These two young ladies are so passionate. You would swear that they are the queens who are actually competing in the competition. They are so invested in their queens. They are so passionate that they make it easy as a designer. Even when things would go wrong, they make it easy to, rebuff and to catch yourself. And in terms of designers, well, of course, my mentor, but would I be without her? Marcia Devines stands most poised on my mind in terms of designers, followed by Miss Patsy McCain, Delia Allen. Worked with some really, and competed against some really great designers in my time.
Jessie Taylor, the best gowns that have hit the stage that has hurt even the judges is Jessie Taylor. And I know an impact, and I'm about to prove that again. I do it timelessly, because what I do, and I say that because what I do is not about the winning of a crown. I think the greatest achievement and accomplishment is for any young woman who falls under my purview to benefit from a lifelong expectancy of training, deportment, and an ability to really find yourself, to measure yourself, and to see what you're worth, and to know that you can, if you dream it, you can do it. You believe you can fly, then fly on.